I'm releasing my breakdown of the Rockets game in 5 parts. This is going to be the intro, and then I'll do the 4 periods. And I'm really looking at the NBA's new tendency to lie about LeBron's plus minus and what the Lakers' numbers are with him off the court as opposed to on it. While I was waiting for the game to download, I went to a couple of the talk shows to get a idea of what went down. And man, it would be so refreshing not to hear excuses. There's just so many excuses being made for LeBron James.
But LeBron isn't the problem here.
No, I got it. Although I got to.
And I had this thought. I was like, it's not that we were in love with Michael Jordan. It's that we miss the days when they just competed and they didn't make excuses and people weren't making excuses for them. And the critics were critical and the critics were like, you got to overcome. You've got to get it done. Today they're like, well, here are all the reasons that he couldn't get it done. And that's why it's okay not to get it done. I think MJ epitomizes getting it done. And that's not why I remember liking him. I remember just kind of being blown away because you literally never saw someone who could do the things that he did. And then towards the end of his career, I was rooting against him. I was like, come on, Jazz. I was just ready for a changing of the guard. Now, some of us old heads sound like MJ was our favorite player from beginning to end. Maybe with some people that was the case. I think for me, I just miss men acting like men. I'm so embarrassed and so sick of the antics of all these fuckers. But, and some of you have mentioned it reflects society. And I was afraid I would be the only one talking about that. I'm like, how can you expect these spoiled children to stop acting that way if you say, oh, it's okay that you wrecked the car. I'm sure that the other person was doing something wrong, or I'm sure that it was raining out, or, oh, I bet it's confusing where the turn signal is, instead of being like, hey, fucking drive better. There's a lot of shitty drivers out there. And you blaming them isn't going to change the fact that you got in a wreck. Fucking avoid the wreck. You want to have a car? Be a good driver. You want to have a car? Don't fucking wreck it. LeBron James is given a new car every season. And instead of being like, goddamn, LeBron keeps wrecking cars, you're like, oh, must be something wrong with the car. Must be something wrong with the passengers. Must be something wrong with the other people on the road. Anyway, look at the backs of the heads of these guys. There's something similar going on there. Very, very different things happening, yet with a somewhat similar result. Speaking of reasons that we look back and appreciate MJ wouldn't have fucking tolerated this Dylan Brooks shit. I mean, how many stories have you heard about MJ looking for reasons to get motivated to humiliate somebody? Now here's a guy like Dylan Brooks just like shoveling out reasons to be motivated to humiliate somebody. What's LeBron do? Fucking loses by 30 some points. You can blame the rest of the team all you want. If you have the MJ mentality, you don't allow it. You find a way. You don't fucking allow yourself to get humiliated by 34 points by the guy that was talking shit, staring you down before the game. I mean, you just don't let it happen. You find a way. Oh, he's old. Fucking retire. I'm so goddamn sick of everyone explaining that he can't perform because he's old. Traditionally, that's when people don't fucking play anymore. Not a goddamn old timers parade going up and down the court. One of the excuses I heard from Sports Spectrum, James Worthy and Robert Ory, was, they were down some players and they were missing Anthony Davis and some other players, and so it was hard to be motivated. I'm like, are you kidding? It's your freaking job. Now, I've said that this roster is ridiculously deep and that they are spoiled. Look who, when they're quote unquote missing a bunch of players, they have Taurean Prince, LeBron James, Christian Wood, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura. I mean, that's enough. That's enough. That's more than enough already. How is that anything to cry about? It's like nobody wants to play unless they have a blatant advantage.
Just bounce. It looked like it bounced off his foot, or he just couldn't hold on.
But LeBron isn't the problem here.
No, I got it. Although I got to show you one LeBron.
What the hell was that from Rachel Nichols? It was like somebody from upstairs rung a bell saying, hey, you guys haven't told the audience that it's not LeBron's fault in over 2 minutes. Throw it in. And Keyshawn, not at all. My God, it's really, really gross. Consider this. Is it possible that if you ever said it was LeBron's fault, if you ever held him accountable, maybe he would act different? Man, I just watched a couple of minutes of this game, and I know you guys call me a hater. Well, you LeBron people call me a hater. Just in the couple of minutes, I'm seeing LeBron look for excuses or find reasons not to hustle, like to be upset, to be disgusted. Oh, I don't like how that went. I'm not going to get back. Oh, I don't like how that one went. I'm not going to get back. How do you think that affects the rest of the team? And then I have to listen to the sports analysts say that it's the rest of the Lakers' fault, and they don't understand why there's no chemistry and why the defense doesn't look charged up. Maybe look to the leadership. Since when do we look everywhere except at the leadership? And clearly, I don't think LeBron is much of a leader, but as long as they're going to keep declaring that he's the leader, then hold him accountable as a leader. I don't understand how you keep giving this guy titles, but you don't make him earn the titles. Here's one of the plays I'm talking about. Why are you even looking for a foul on that play? Just shut up about whether or not it was a foul. I don't think it was, but the fact that it's so minuscule and ticky-tacky that we're going to have to zoom in, and you're going to have to make some sort of an argument that, well, look, technically he brushed against him down on the torso. God damn. Fucking play through and finish. You see that the ball is in LeBron's hands way after no one's anywhere near him. Finish the fucking play. He's already thinking in his brain, probably, they better give me the call instead of just focusing on scoring. Some old players like, oh my God, it's hard to watch now because they stop and they review everything and everything's called a foul. And I agree. I mean, it's boring. The game's so slow. And here, thank God they didn't blow the whistle. And LeBron's upset that they didn't. Can you imagine blowing the whistle on that? I mean, oh, well, of course you can imagine. That's what we've been living through during the LeBron era. I mean, can you imagine that back when we used to enjoy watching basketball being called a foul? Much less someone being upset that that wasn't called. Like, look at this play. LeBron's not guarding Dillon Brooks. I don't want to hear about assignments. I don't want to hear about switching. After what Dillon Brooks pulled, you're supposed to say, I've got him all night. I've got him all night. And then look at LeBron flop his arms down after a guy drained it in his face. Well, play better defense. Look how long it takes him to get back over there. Who the fuck are you disgusted with? And after a night of LeBron pulling that type of stuff every quarter, the next day we got to hear Rachel Nichols and everyone else talk about LeBron is the hustle and the Lakers are shit on D without him and the plus and minus is terrible without LeBron. No.
The most shocking numbers of all, Skip, are the on-off numbers without LeBron.
Yep.
With LeBron James, this team is plus 29. Without LeBron James, this team is minus 87. That is crazy.
That is crazy, Rachel. It's a crazy-ass lie. How is LeBron James a negative 24 that night, and this is still true? Look at his shot chart. Typical. But congratulations, LeBron. You made 2 outside of the 3-foot range. So LeBron is racking up layups, lobs from teammates as well. And that's what's making the Lakers better?
Their defensive rating without LeBron would be the worst in the league if that was just their team. So
don't you dare. Don't you dare say LeBron makes them better defensively. Wait until you watch this breakdown. I dare you guys.
Hustle. That way to even, hey, we're injured, we're all we got to come out here and fight, that is missing from this team from the very beginning of games.
You keep that same energy as you watch me break down this game, because I don't know how any team could have any energy, hustle, or belief that they can win with LeBron James on the floor with his behavior, and he's your leader. You just watch. You watch. Anyway, that's the intro. Here come the game breakdowns. I got to break all these up into multiple videos because YouTube Analytics says most of you don't watch past 5 minutes. Anyway, and I'm still breaking down the lies of the fouls of the Heat game and the lies of the plus minus from the Heat game. But figured we'd better look at this Rockets game before too much time goes by.